Happy Hanukkah from ABC7.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
Utility crews are working overtime to restore electricity to thousands of people who lost it during the weekend storm. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Local firefighters have released more details after finding a plow truck engulfed in flames during the weekend winter storm. And funeral services are being held for this week for some of the victims of a deadly crash in Castine. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories in just a moment. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Monday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Lou G and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we go. The last of a winter storm warning is pretty much getting dropped now, basically, as things will start to calm down. And it's outside of our viewing area, so we're looking pretty good. We just have this small cloud advisory further down toward the south, and that is up until about 1 p.m. later on Tuesday afternoon, I should say. Tuesday afternoon at 1 p.m. We'll see this drop. Even further down to the south, even some gale warnings. So gusty winds will be lasting today and the parts of tomorrow, which is why we have those alerts in effect. We've been watching some snow moving in from the east going toward the west. The worst of it started to taper off, but we're still going to be holding on to a little bit more snow as the afternoon progresses. And this is all coming out from the east going toward the west. So here it is right about in here. You're kind of rotating, sending some more of that snowfall in our direction. So nothing too ridiculous on the way, but we'll be watching this moving in as the day progresses. So as for future clouds, it's kind of rotating in. It starts to back off later on tonight with a few breaks in the clouds as well, but we'll hold on to the wind, especially as we head towards Tuesday. Winds will be out of the northwest from time to time at about 15 miles per hour. Sustained, some higher gusts will be on the way, reaching up to about 30 miles per hour in a few spots from time to time, too. We'll keep that going as we head towards Tuesday morning. So as for today, mid-30s, mostly cloudy, snow showers on the way. The northwest wind up to 25 miles per hour at times. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, a few snow showers, otherwise mostly cloudy, temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Utility crews are working overtime to restore electricity to thousands who lost it during the weekend storm. As of this morning, Central Maine Power was still trying to restore power to close to 8,000 customers. That's down from more than 80,000 at the height of the storm. Versant Power has a little more than 3,000. Asia Reed is on the front lines with utility workers and residents who are living without power.
Central Maine Power says Oxford County was one of the hardest hit areas by this weekend's snowstorm. Utility workers are hoping power will be restored Sunday night for Freiburg and its neighboring communities. Some residents have been without power since Friday night.
Well, I'm doing okay. I mean, some people have gone and got motel rooms and stuff like that. And some people are leaving almost all day. Then they come back at night and huddle in clothes and blankets and stuff.
Workers stress that they are moving as efficiently and carefully as possible. A 2-day storm event prolongs evaluation. Workers say Central Maine Power hired plenty of contractors, and the length of restoration was expected to be long due to the storm's conditions.
I hope that everyone understands that events like this takes time, but we are doing everything we can in order to get everybody's power back.
Balker says the starting point is to assess the situation both during and after the storm. But ice causes dangerous conditions for utility workers, adding to the time for when you can expect power to come back.
What I want to emphasize on is the safety. Safety on not only the lineman that works in the storm, the customers too.
Utility workers remind their customers to stay away from any downed lines.
Police are investigating a shooting in Hollowell that sent a man to the hospital. It happened around 3 o'clock Sunday morning on 2nd Street. Police say the victim and the suspect do know each other. They add that there is no threat to the public. Police are continuing to investigate. More information will be released today. Maine's Attorney General has ruled 2 state troopers and a Hancock County Sheriff's deputy were justified in their use of deadly force when they shot and killed a man during a confrontation in Blue Hill in June. According to the AG's report, on June 21st, a man called 911 to report his son, Peter Pfister, was having a mental health episode in Blue Hill where he lived with his mother. The man said Pfister had decided his mother was a demon and he was beating her and about to kill her. He also told them his son had guns. A crisis negotiation team and a tactical team were called in. The report says Pfister came outside, but when he was told to drop to the ground, around, he allegedly pulled a semi-automatic weapon and raised it. Officers shot him. He died at the scene. Pfister's mother survived but sustained serious facial injuries inflicted by her son. Local firefighters have released more details after finding a plow truck engulfed in flames during the weekend's winter storm. Orland firefighters responded to Cedar Swamp Road early Saturday morning following reports of a plow truck on fire. Matthew Gray, lieutenant of the Orland Fire Department, says firefighters received the call at 4:19 a.m. The driver reportedly got out of the vehicle safely before firefighters arrived. Although no official cause has been determined, officials speculate the fire may have been started by a faulty hydraulic line.
The fire out eventually, it was certainly more challenging than your average vehicle fire just because of the size and the makeup of a commercial vehicle. It's got a large fuel tank. Some of the fuel was on fire, so that added to the difficulty.
The fire was put out quickly before any damage was done to the surrounding area. According to Orland's fire department, there were no reported injuries. Funeral services are being held this week for some of the victims of a deadly crash in Castine. 4 Maine Maritime Academy students were killed last weekend when a vehicle hit a tree and burst into flames. Dozens turned out for a candlelight vigil last night in Gardner for one of the victims. 21-year-old Chase Fawcett was remembered for his love of the outdoors and spending time having fun with his family and friends. A funeral service for Fawcett is being held today in Gardner. Tomorrow, a funeral will be held for one of the other victims from Maine. A service for 20-year-old Brian Kennelly will be held in his hometown of York. 3 other students survived the accident, are being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Over Foxcroft police are asking the public to avoid a section of a damaged sidewalk on the Essex Street Bridge. A section of the sidewalk of the bridge has been blocked off due to a gap in the concrete. The gap has created a hole that's open to the river below. Updates on when it has been repaired will be provided when available. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, Heart of Maine of United Way is helping light up downtown Bangor this holiday season. We'll have the details when we return.
Looking to improve or upgrade your home or place of business? With at-home furniture, appliance, and bedding, and kitchen and bath and flooring, we offer a great selection to do just that. From homeowners to commercial businesses and everything in between, our friendly professionals with more than 50 years of combined experience pride themselves in going above and beyond to work with you every step of the way. And we even offer a full-service appliance repair department. Come and visit us at our Dover Foxcroft or our New Lincoln location. Stop in either location today and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
Planning your holiday meals and parties? Don't forget about visiting WVII Sons in Bangor, just minutes from the Broadway exit in the Beaumark Industrial Park. Come see why WVII was voted best butcher shop in Bangor as you get your filet strips of ribeyes custom cut by professional butchers. Try one of their famous honey glazed spiral hams or smoked turkey or chicken. Open on site Monday through Friday. Maine products made by Maine people. WVII Sons. Quality meats since 1860.
Merry Christmas from Dragonfly's Cottages, thanking our customers of nearly 10 years and new ones. We are open with great deals until December 22nd. Thank you. Max True Value thanks all of our patients for continued support. We wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season. Decorate your home with the beauty of Luigi & Frederick's Florist. Stop by and enjoy our holiday displays and the options for decorating your home.
She usually keeps her from me to where I have to call the police.
Shielding her daughter from a bad dad?
Did you tell Mr. Aragon where you were going?
I did not. He said I could take her from you and no one would do anything.
Oh, that's exactly what you did. A mother has no more rights than a father.
Or is she the problem parent?
When was the next time you saw your daughter?
Your Honor, after that, I didn't see my daughter anymore. It took me a whole year to find her.
Next, Judge Judy.
Monday at 5, only on ABC 7.
Celebrate the season with Jeopardy! Little-known holiday facts. On the first day of Hanukkah in 1979, this president lit the first national menorah. Who is Jimmy Carter? Did you get it? Let's try another one. Each year, Nova Scotia celebrates its friendship with this city by giving it a giant Christmas tree. What is Boston? We wish you a wonderful holiday season, and we'll see you this week on Jeopardy!
All this week at 7:30, only on ABC 7.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Some Mainers may have been dreading this weekend snowstorm, but there are some that needed it now more than ever. Bill Whitcomb, the owner of Herman Mountain Ski Area, or as he calls himself, the Old Man of the Mountain, has been patiently waiting for Mother Nature to let him open his trails. Whitcomb says he's already received calls asking when he'll open for the season and why he hasn't just made the snow himself yet. According to Whitcomb, even though he and his team have the tools, they lack the natural resources to make the snow right now.
Basically, making snow, you have to have air and water. And if you had giant compressors, you can make snow at a little bit warmer temperature. But it's still, right now, here, it's just too warm.
Whitcomb says the storm brings hope that the mountain could open up soon. He's aiming to have the trails fully operational by the 26th, just in time for Christmas break. For more information about Herman Mountain Ski Area, visit their website at skihermanmountain.com. An update on a previous story. Residents of Bucksport expressed disappointment over the town's decision to take down its nativity scene after the main chapter of the Freedom from Religion Foundation requested to put its Bill of Rights sign in its place. Bucksport Town Council met Thursday night and after much discussion decided to vote in favor of putting the nativity scene back up. They created a designated spot for private holiday displays in the future.
I understand your proposal. I think it's a good one. I think we're all just tired of being pushed around and told what we have to accept and what we have to do. Yeah. I think having this nativity scene and manger set up has been wonderful. And I'm just tired of being pushed around and told what we can and can't do.
While the vote was unanimous, the council is set to discuss the policy and where to go from here during the upcoming meeting in January. Heart of Maine United Way is helping light up downtown Bangor this holiday season. They've teamed up with several area organizations to bring new life to a once beloved but now vacant storefront.
We were approached by a donor who said, boy, with Epic Sports closing after 25 years, retiring, it's going to be pretty dark on that corner. Is there something you folks can do? And so we actually got 7 nonprofits together to light that building back up.
The organizations and businesses that helped out include Wabanaki Public Health and Wellness, Wellspring, the Christine B. Foundation, Robinson Ballet, and 10 Bucks Theater. Each group decorated a window space, giving downtown an extra boost of holiday spirit. Students at a local high school are giving back to the community in the spirit of Christmas. Devin Dagnall has the story.
You guys are that school that does the Christmas thing, right? That's you guys. I'm like, oh yeah. That's us.
Continuing an 18-year tradition, students at Central High School of Corinth, Maine have banded together to bring the Christmas spirit to the less fortunate. The school began collecting Christmas gifts for kids all those years ago after one of its teachers heard a segment about the program on a local radio show. Since then, the collection has grown little by little, year after year.
It's bigger and bigger every year. Our kids are phenomenal. They get so excited for this. They all go shopping together, and it's really it's wonderful to see the kids all excited about being good to people.
For many of the students involved, the tradition is among their favorites at the school.
It's really important to keep traditions alive, and for us to be doing this for so long and have it continue to be bigger and bigger every year, I think that's really important, and it makes me really happy.
Well, I remember plain as day my freshman year coming in here, my first time, and just breathtaking, honestly, to see what you're giving back to your community members and just helping people in need. It's really breathtaking.
Altogether, the school collected dozens of Christmas gifts for children who may not receive them otherwise. Rad Mayfield, the principal of Central High, who joined the school's effort this year, says that he's proud to be part of such an amazing community.
But I have done similar things in other places, and I just am really proud of our kids for the great effort that they put in. It's been a big topic of conversation around here for the last few weeks, so it's been good.
In Corinth, I'm Devin Dagnall for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Coming up after the break, the January 6th committee will vote on charges against former President Donald Trump. That's next. We'll be right back.
What are you doing here? Got this feeling we'll meet again.
Lease a new 2023 Nero Hybrid LX for $309 a month.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
Okay, here we go.
I have to wear this seriously?
Are you sure about this, honey?
Yes, Dad, come on. Come on, get in, come on. All right, everybody say cheese.
Cheese.
All right, here we go.
This is so lame.
Wow, I love it.
Can I wear something else?
What? You look great. All right, everybody get together. Say cheese.
Cheese.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh my word, Dad. Bells?
It sure is festive, sweetie.
Can we tell people I ran away?
Are you kidding? This is the best year yet. Say cheese.
No.
Cheese. Hey, sweetie. Ready for this year's Christmas card?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, I think I got it. Here we go.
Unbelievable.
It's whatever, Dad. We look great.
This is awesome.
Big smiles. Say cheese.
Cheese.
Welcome back. Police are investigating a bank robbery that happened at the Camden National Bank on Main Street in Oakland this morning. We'll have more information for you tonight at 6. We now turn to the January 6th committee meeting. They'll vote today on whether to ask the Justice Department to bring criminal charges against former President Donald Trump related to the attack on the U.S. Capitol. ABC's Faith Abube is on Capitol Hill with the latest.
This morning, the House January 6 Select Committee on the verge of a historic move. After months of debating whether to issue criminal referrals against former President Donald Trump in the wake of the 2021 bloody attack on the U.S. Capitol, sources tell ABC News the panel will today make that decision, recommending that the Justice Department criminally charge former President Donald Trump for conspiracy to defraud the United States, obstruction of an official proceeding, and a rare charge accusing the former president of inciting an insurrection.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol. You'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
Over the course of 10 public hearings, the committee used the president's own words, more than 1,000 interviews with his closest allies, including members of his own family, and 140,000 documents to make its case.
President Trump summoned the mob, assembled the mob, and lit the flame of this attack.
This is someone who tried to interfere with a joint session. If that's not criminal, then I don't know what is.
The panel revealing that Trump watched the violence unfolding on television, but did nothing to stop it for 187 minutes. The former president has denied any wrongdoing.
Ultimately, Donald Trump, the President of the United States, spurred a mob of domestic enemies of the Constitution to march down the Capitol and subvert American democracy.
And criminal referrals against Trump would be significant, but largely symbolic. The DOJ is not obligated to act on the referrals. It's conducting its own investigation into the January 6th attack. But we are expecting part of a report from the committee after its meeting today justifying its actions.
The Biden administration is planning to begin refilling the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, the world's largest supply of emergency crude oil. A senior administration official made the announcement, bringing to an end the massive releases the White House had ordered to try to bring down the skyrocketing cost of energy. President Biden had ordered the Energy Department to begin releasing oil from the reserve last year. He ramped up the process after Russia invaded Ukraine in February. The war on Ukraine sent crude oil prices soaring, driving gasoline prices to record levels. This year, releases from the reserve came to more than 211 million barrels. That put the inventories at their lowest levels in 38 years. The Energy Department is expected to initially request 3 million barrels to be added to the reserve, asking companies to deliver the barrels in February. The company that describes itself as the world's first robot lawyer creates a new tool that it says can help lower your bills. Do Not Pay says it plans to launch its new A1 powered chatbot. In a demo, the chatbot was able to get a discount at a Comcast internet bill through its Xfinity's live chat. It pointed out problems with Xfinity's service to a customer representative and threatened to take legal action. The rep responded by offering to take $10 off the customer's monthly internet bill. The company's CEO says the tool will be available to the public soon. And for the first time in history, a black woman will lead Harvard University. The Ivy League announcing current dean and democracy scholar Claudine Gay will become the school's 30th president in July. She'll be replacing the current president, who's stepping down to spend more time with family. Gay is the second woman and first black person in the school's history to take up the post.
The idea of the ivory tower, that is the past, not the future of academia. We don't exist outside of society, but as part of it. And that means that Harvard has a duty to lean in and engage and to be in service to the world.
Gay will be the only black president leading an Ivy League school in America. Her appointment also means that for the first time, women will outnumber men as the head of 8 Ivy League schools. Dartmouth, Brown, Cornell, and the University of Pennsylvania all have women as leaders. Columbia, Princeton, and Yale are all led by men. Each year, many people will go to the ER due to high blood pressure. Research shows that if you're a man, your visit is more likely to lead to hospitalization or even death. With more, here's ABC's M. Nguyen.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death worldwide, so it's not surprising that millions of people will go to the hospital with heart concerns. Researchers at William Harvey Research Institute in London found that 1 in 3 heart-related emergencies are related to poorly controlled high blood pressure, and men are more likely to have complications. The most common heart-related diagnoses for both men and women seen in the emergency department were high blood pressure and heart and kidney disease related to high blood pressure. But that's where the similarities end. The study found that outcomes from the cardiovascular visits were different between genders. Overall, women were less likely to die or be hospitalized compared to men. Men had longer hospital stays and more complications. Lifestyle changes such as eating a healthy diet and increasing exercise can reduce your risk of high blood pressure and heart disease. Establishing care with a local primary care doctor can also help identify problems sooner. Additionally, the public is encouraged to seek care from a healthcare provider as soon as possible while they are having symptoms. With this Medical Minute, I'm M. Nguyen, ABC News.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
At Home Kitchen, Bath, and Flooring in Dover Foxcroft are proud members of the Flooring Network here in Maine. We have our flooring installers on staff ready for you and your custom flooring project. With over 50 years of combined experience, we'll work with you from start to finish, including demo and cleanup. Backed by the Flooring Network's state-of-the-art warehouses, we have a massive inventory to provide you with the best value and fit any flooring budget you may have. So stop in, meet our flooring experts, and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
Planning your holiday meals and parties? Don't forget about visiting WVII Sons in Bangor, just minutes from the Broadway exit in the Beaumark Industrial Park. Come see why WVII was voted Best Butcher Shop in Bangor as you get your filet strips of ribeyes custom cut by professional butchers. Try one of their famous honey glazed spiral hams or smoked turkey or chicken. Open on site Monday through Friday. Maine products made by Maine people. WVII Sons. Quality meats since 1860. Friday. Friday nights are about to get wild for basketball fans. Friday Night Fast Break is your source for everything that is Maine high school basketball. Highlights and local analysis. It's the only show that hits every corner of Maine's hardwood hoop landscape. High school, college, and professional. Join us Friday night during basketball season for Friday Night Fast Break on ABC 7 News at 11. Brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Don't let scammers ruin your holidays. 'Tis the season for giving to charity, but only after you carefully research the organization. Gift cards are great, but only when purchased from stores you know and trust. If you plan on shopping online using your credit card, carefully monitor your credit card statement to detect unusual charges early. And remember, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. With these tips in mind, I'm Officer Ash with Bangor PD, and we're here if you need us.
Uber offered a festive transportation service in one of the most Christmas-themed places in the world. Visitors in Lapland, Finland had a chance to book free reindeer sleigh rides. Riders received a 2-hour journey through snowy forests and a tour of Santa Claus's Finland official hometown. We finally got some sunshine. Let's check in with Devin Biggs and find out how long it will last. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Monday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Here we go. The last of a winter storm warning is getting dropped basically now. And it's outside our neck of the woods, too. It's in the northern ends of the state, but in other areas, though, we're watching this small crowd advisory that's up until about 1 p.m. Tuesday, and that's because of the gusty winds that we're holding on to. Even more gale warnings further off towards the south and west. For now, we're watching the precipitation tracking in from the east, going toward the west ahead of this area of low pressure that's rotating in from the east, going toward the west. So there it is right there, and that's why we're seeing some of those snow showers that's rotating in a few spots. High pressure here will help us out, and that will help to dry us out as we do move forward later on in the week. But we're going to be watching out well off toward the north and west. It's not even in the country just yet. Our next winter storm that will begin to move in, and that could bring us a lot of active weather too. And I should say some more rainy weather too. Temperatures may get a boost with this system now be moving in. But for now, let's talk about today. So we just have a few snow showers on the way for today. Any accumulations won't be a big deal. We'll hold on to that gusty north wind. But notice that this all backs off later on tonight with more clouds on the way as we head towards Tuesday morning as well. Any additional snowfall, maybe up to a ½ inch to an inch in a few areas, but notice further off towards the south and west, not a whole lot. So overall, this won't be a big deal as it does develop. But moving forward, here's that next system we have our eye on. It's really going to get its act together as we head towards Thursday. Even into parts of Friday morning, it begins to move in. It's a little bit of a wintry mix, but we have a warm air that's going to be really advecting in from the southeast, going from the north and west. So we're going to switch over to a lot of rainfall possibly on the way with this system now be moving in. And then we'll track this to the north and east and getting out of here just in time as we head towards Saturday. Saturday being Christmas Eve as well. But gusty winds also on the way in the near term. This is today's wind forecast, up to 30 miles per hour at times. Then as we head towards the Tuesday, more gusty winds reaching up to about 25 to even 30 miles per hour. And the wave heights are up as well. 2 to 14 feet is a wide range here, according to some of the buoys, and maybe higher out, further out towards sea. And that's why we're holding on to a small crowd advisories and gale warnings for at least a little while yet. So a forecast moving forward for today. Again, snow showers on the way, mostly cloudy, highs in the mid-30s. Northwest wind up to 25 miles per hour. As for tonight, upper 20s, snow showers will be ending. We'll be under a partly to mostly cloudy sky at time with that northwest wind up to 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mid-30s, partly cloudy. North wind up to around 25 miles per hour at times. Here we go, your Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Wednesday, we're also dry. Partly cloudy, highs in the mid-30s. Mostly cloudy Thursday, highs also in the mid-30s. And Friday, a wintry mix moves in. Temperatures surge into the lower 50s.
That doesn't sound very promising. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
dessert was always Grandma's cheesecake, pecan pie, and pumpkin pie. And then we all took a bite of this cheesecake, and we all had that moment where we meet eyes, right? Where something is just off, and it was. Well, it turns out that Grandma, bless her heart, right? She accidentally added a cup of salt instead of a cup of sugar. Well, of course, that changed the flavor of the cheesecake, and that made all of us look around the table like, what is off here? Needless to say, Granny giggled the whole night long, and that was a fun memory for me.
You're watching ABC 7.